All right, this is brand new music from Sterling Witt right here on 90.1 FM.
The one and only one, whatever it is that you're looking for. You got it, you got it, you got it for sure. Well, everything I want and a little more. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. Death. The bad news that never comes, anything and everything, the absence of none. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming for you. There's a substitute that will never do. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. Death. Love, 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 love. Say it, you say it, you say it all the time. What does it mean to you in your mind? I feel it, I feel it, I feel it again. How can this feeling feel like a sin? I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death. I want you to love me, love me, love me to death.
Sterling Witt, Love Me to Death, from his brand new EP, Spirals, engineered by Steve Phillips at Big Time Studios in Kansas City, with Alan Winkler on drums, Davey Langerak on bass, Sterling Witt on vocals and guitar. Artist, singer, songwriter Sterling Witt joins us to premiere music from his new EP, Spirals, which is a limited edition 4-song EP available exclusively for those who support his European Tour Pledge Music campaign, which is launching January 24th. Sterling Witt and his band play West Park Coffee House Theater at 4010 Pennsylvania this Friday night, January 24th at 8 o'clock. Sterling Witt, thank you for being with us again on Wednesday Midday Medley.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
And you brought along your new bass player for the band, Davey Langerak.
Yep, you nailed it. That's correct.
Welcome to the show, Davey.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us on Wednesday Midday Medley. We mentioned the band. Alan Winkler has been playing with you for several years now.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm not even sure how long, but 6 or 7 years, yeah.
And he's also an artist, a visual artist that also does music. So the two of you kind of have that compatibility going with.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity in our thinking. He's always
with Alan Winkler, they're
throwing ideas around. You know, the other day he suggested I make a song with no words but I was singing, but there was just no real words to speak of.
Monosyllabic.
So we're working on that one.
Wow, that would be interesting. And I have to ask Davey, are you a visual artist also?
No, just
No?
audio. Yeah,
Okay,
music
well-
has been a thing.
Well, okay. Well, good to have you with us. How did you guys meet up? How did this come to be that you joined the band and start
Well,
playing
I'm
bass?
from Denver, Colorado, and we have a mutual friend who does booking for us. And I just got back. I'd been living in Los Angeles for a while. And I came home, I was a little bummed out, and she told me that, hey, I'm going out to help this guy film a music video. Do you want to come? I said yes, came out, we really hit it off, and I've been a resident of Kansas City for 25 days.
Well, welcome to Kansas City. You're living here in Kansas City?
Yes.
Well, it's a really good music town, and there's a lot of very friendly folk here. And we just played another artist from Denver earlier in the show, a couple singer-songwriters who just signed to a record label here in Kansas City, although they're based out of Denver.
Wow.
And they're going to be part of the Folk Music Festival. I'll ask you about them later on,
Sure.
if you might know them. But Sterling, this new EP, I guess that's the first time that's been played on the radio.
That's the very first time, yeah. There it is.
Love Me to Death, the first track off Spirals. This is a very exclusive recording, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not really releasing anything. We're letting people have the music who support our European tour campaign. That's it, really. So these are kind of like a sneak peek of the future. You can't really get them anywhere except for our campaign.
Very good. Well, we're happy to be able to play the music for the first time on the radio. And you've been critically acclaimed in the last 2 or 3 years. You've been reviewed by music writers all over the place. People have been taking note of your music and your style of music. And just locally here, the music writer for the Kansas City Star, Timothy Finn, he wrote, I think this is really true, he wrote, Witt is a guy who has stretched songwriting into his own distinct voice and form. I think that sums it up pretty well for you. Do you agree?
I'll take that, sure, yeah.
I mean, because you kind of brought your own style to music in the first place, didn't you?
I don't really think of myself as a musician as much as I do an artist. And so I feel like I'm painting with sounds, and that's how I've always gone about it, and maybe that's what we're talking about here.
I like that. I think that's perfect. You shared with me this acoustic magazine, which also, tell me about this. How did this happen?
Well, exactly, I don't know, but I did get an email from Acoustic Magazine saying they wanted to interview me, and they asked me a bunch of questions, and they put that article together. It's based in the UK, which is convenient that we're going to be touring Europe very soon, so there it is.
I'd like to read this part, if that's okay.
Okay.
It says, and this is in your voice, I believe. I'm an experimental artist playing distorted acoustic guitar. I play a right-handed instrument, left-handed. I'm self-taught. When I was a kid, the only guitar in the house was a right-handed one. I tried to play it the right way, but it felt wrong. By the time I got my hands on the left-handed guitar, I'd become accustomed to the strings being backwards. Long after I'd been playing, I got some lessons. The teacher looked at me like I was crazy because of my upside-down technique. How did you overcome people looking at you like you were crazy?
Well, you don't really overcome it. You just kind of get used to it. It's always a conversation starter, that's for sure.
Definitely. How about other musicians? Do other musicians like, wait a second?
Oh, it's funny, it is strange for a lot of folks, but when you do it, you start to, other people who do it just like you start to meet other folks, In being a musician, I think I've met, half a dozen people who play exactly like I do.
A lot of musicians are self-taught, and basically everything they know about music, they kind of figured out on their own. And in a way, there's kind of an advantage to that because the rules are different when creating music.
Your end result is I think the best word would be, that's where originality comes from, because you're not playing in the same ballpark as everybody else. You're out you're like in the parking lot, and you're looking in the ditch, and there's something really interesting there. And that's that's the way I've always gone about it. I always want to be out where nobody is. I always want to be playing with ingredients that no one's even seen or no one has even thought of as an ingredient for music or art. And I'm always looking for that new special ingredient,
Well, let's play another track from Spirals, the 4-song EP that is not being released. It's available for people that support the European Tour Pledge Music campaign. And do people go to www.sterlingwitt.com to get a link to that?
This Friday, the campaign will be released, and we will have links on my website and elsewhere where you can go. But it all happens this Friday, so you can't even pledge today. So,
well, on Friday when you put everything up, we'll try to put that link on our Wednesday Midday Medley Facebook page also.
That would be great.
To help you with that and let more people know about that. We're going to play Where in the World, which is a little bit appropriate since you're going to Europe and you're going across the globe here. Do you want to mention anything about the song before we play it?
I think it speaks for itself. Let's just play it.
Okay, we're going to play Where in the World from the new 4-song exclusive recordings that are available only if you support Sterling's European Tour Pledge Music campaign. After the song, we're going to play a couple underwriting announcements, and we'll come right back and talk with Davey and Sterling about the tour coming up. This is Where in the World.
Sky in your eye, I'm looking for a reason why. In the lake, your heart aches, something feels like it's going to break. Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Upside down and inside out, going to the grave with a head full of doubt. Where do we start with the state of the art? Confusion, illusion, and destitution. Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Clones, drones, androids, harness mannequins, all they have is a void. We're on idiotic software programs, a crazy pack of wolves acting like they're lambs. Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? It's a psychiatric hold-up, stagecoach, spaceship, piracy, dentistry, the absence of our purity, conforming to conformity. It's a psychiatric hold-up, stagecoach, spaceship, piracy, dentistry, the absence of our purity, conforming to conformity. Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now? Where in the world are we now?
All right, we're back here with Wednesday Midday Medley here on 90.1 FM, KKFI, Kansas City Community Radio. We just heard another track off Sterling Witt's new CD, Spirals, which was recorded through, I'm assuming, Grand River Records?
Correct, yeah.
Which is your record label, and engineered by Steve Phillips at Big Time Studios in Kansas City, along with Alan Winkler on drums, Davey Langerak on bass, and Sterling Witt on vocals and guitar. Getting drums and bass behind a singer-songwriter changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
all of a sudden people start dancing to your music.
Well, you know, it's always the lineup that I've always wanted. It's been in, even when I'm playing solo, I envision these songs as band songs, and I write them with that in mind. You know, I was a bass player to begin with, and so I always think about the bass lines, whether I want to or not. They're just always there, and drums are just a part of my life.
Davey, have you always played the bass? Do you play other instruments too?
The bass was my first instrument, but it's actually come full circle for me. I started playing bass when I was in high school, and then I moved to playing drums in a band, and then guitar and singing. Now I'm back to bass. So.
And I think you're wearing the Smiths t-shirt?
Yes. Yep.
Which is one of my all-time favorite bands. I think one of the best bands of all time, in my opinion. We were talking about different books earlier, and Morrissey put out an autobiography this year. We were mentioning that, so I thought I'd bring that up again. How is it like for you joining a band, getting ready? Are you going to be going on the tour also?
Yes.
So that'll be pretty exciting, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's very fun. I mean, really, it's a leap of faith. Like, you're kind of walking down a staircase, since we didn't really know each other. We'd never played with each other before I actually moved out here in late December. And, you know, you're walking down a staircase and you don't know how far down the staircase is going to go, but you won't find out unless you try. So it's been a blast.
Well, again, welcome to Kansas City. The music community in Kansas City is something that I'm personally very impressed by. Just as a radio show producer, trying to learn more about local music in Kansas City and just seeing the nurturing quality of the local musicians here in Kansas City, I think you're going to find that possibly. We'll have you back on the radio and talk more about that in the future. Where are you going to go on the European tour, Sterling?
Well, gee, you're asking a dyslexic guy without a list here. Let's see.
Some of the cities
we're going to London, we're going to Paris, we're going to Prague, we're going to, help me out, Davey.
Glasgow,
yeah.
Rome, Naples.
Milan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Amsterdam.
I don't know. You're going to have to pick it up.
How long will you be overseas?
We're going to pack it in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically a show
every night.
almost
every day, yeah.
Not as much time to maybe do some sightseeing, possibly.
No,
right?
we'll probably be sightseeing on this trip. We'll have to go back for another trip for that.
Definitely. Well, you're representing Kansas City and yourself, and you've been on a lot of tours over the last few years, but This is a new.
I haven't been to Europe yet, so it's kind of my little personal goal that I'm doing. So this is our plan for 2014.
Well, congratulations on the new music. We're going to be playing one more song from Spirals. Talk about the Pledge Music campaign. You did a Pledge Music campaign
for my last record, Sterling Loves You, and we were successful and 111%, and.
The Pledge Music campaign works differently than Kickstarter. It involves the artist. It gives the artist a chance to be even more connected to the people that are interested in your music, kind of leading up to the campaign and even after the campaign's over.
I think so. I think it's a bit more of a personal experience. When you pledge, you get exclusive access to videos, pictures, behind-the-scenes information that no one else can access, even from my own website. And it's whatever kind of money you put up for your campaign, you're purchasing something. So it's not a donation, it's not a fundraiser, really. It is you buying something you want: our CD, a T-shirt, a painting, or a concert in your living room, or whatever it is. So you're paying for something and you're getting something. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. People want to invest in the things that they love and appreciate, and this kind of gives them an opportunity. And we're in a whole new world of music and producing and recording. The big label coming to sign the band, that's kind of not happening anymore.
Not very often.
Artists are becoming their own record label and their own distributor and their own age. I mean, it's kind of amazing how it's working out. You do have some help. Obviously, you said that you met through a booking agent. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, Brandy Darling. She represents Girl Rec Presents.
And does she help you with?
She's helping us book this tour, and she's helped me book a lot of shows over the past couple of years. Yeah.
Well, what are you looking forward to with the tour going to Europe? What makes you the most? What gets your blood going the most about it?
Well, playing in Europe's going to be pretty exciting. There's one thing on my mind that is really exciting that I'm 99.9% sure is going to happen, is we're going to be playing on a television show called The People's Voice, which is a non-censored television show, so we can say and do anything we want, and we're going to.
Where is that television
show? That's in London.
In London, yeah. Okay. Well, amazing. One of our good friends from the show has gone overseas and become almost more popular in England and in France than Crystal Warren is who I'm talking about. She's a student. She graduated from Paseo High School in 2001, but got a record deal with a Paris label and then got out of that deal and created her own music label. And has toured all throughout Europe, and so I wish you all the best of luck. She talked about how people just treat music a little differently in Europe than they do here in the States. So maybe you'll encounter that. Well, I'd love to hear your...
I can understand that. We'll have to come back and let you know.
Yeah, please do. Please come back on the show. You've been on our show a lot, and we'd love to have you come back on and share your experiences of the tour. Any closing thoughts, anything that we haven't talked about that you want to make sure that we mention today?
We have a show this Friday in Kansas City at the Westport Coffeehouse Theater, and that's the kickoff show for the Pledge Music campaign. If you're remotely close, I recommend you come to that show. It's going to be an exciting show. It'll be the first time this three-piece band has ever played on stage, and it'll be the place to be Friday night.
Very good. Well, Sterling Witt, Davey Langerak, thank you so much for being with us today on Wednesday Midday Medley here on 90.1 FM.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.
And please come back and tell us more about your experience on your tour, share some of the stories of being on the road.
We certainly will.
Sterling Witt's new EP, Spirals, a limited edition 4-song EP, is available exclusively for those who support his European tour Pledge Music campaign, which is launching this Friday, January 24th. Sterling Witt and his band play Westport Coffeehouse Theater, which is located at 4010 Pennsylvania, this Friday night, January 24th at 8 o'clock. And you can get more information at his website, which is very extensive with a lot of videos and information about his art and all kinds of things at sterlingwitt.com. Here's one more track off the brand new EP, Spirals. I Love You More Every Day.
Yes.
It's a song. Sterling Witt, Davey Langerak, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Ever since I saw you in the bookstore, all that I wanted was a little bit more. These are the only words I have to say. I love you, I love you, I love you more every day. 765 432. One more week until I get to see you. These are the only words I have to say. I love you, I love you, I love you more every day. It doesn't matter where I go or what I choose to do. I got you on the mind, I always think about you. These are the only words I have to say. I love you, I love you, I love you more every day. Well, as I fall asleep, I pretend you're in my arms. My dreams about you, baby, I'll wake it alarm. These are the only words I have to say. I love you, I love you, I love you more every day. These are the